different happened last month during the lunar eclipse? The only logical explanation that I could
Oh shit, he's bringing logic into this, guys. Hold on to your butts.
Is that last month, a third celestial body came down and crossed over the North Pole.
Holy fuck, he just proved aliens, guys. What the fuck is this? Can you imagine? Aliens. Who would have known that the North Pole on the Earth was going to be the resort for aliens? Well, what is up, heathens? I hope you're doing good. I'm doing great. And today we're going to be looking at some kind of moon theory. Like a flat earther has done a theory that explains the moon from a flat earth perspective. Alright, let's start this shit. I have to say, his name is just fantastic. StinkyCASH. I mean, I can't think of a better way to make me think that, oh, I've stuck some cash up my ass to get it across customs. Okay, just so that everybody knows, we are now officially plugged into the Matrix. Strap in and get your strap-ons ready, because we're about to get fucked.
Today I wanted to talk about the moon.
Yay, moon talk!
Last month, as you know, was the infamous blood moon. It had the entire mainstream media going nuts about the moon. The moon was all the rage last month, and everyone was talking about it. But in this video, I want to talk about the phases of the moon and what causes them, how they occur.
Okay, so just before we get into this craziness, the phases of the moon are caused by the rotation of the moon around the Earth's rotation around the sun, and then how the sun rays are blocked by the Earth. So, I mean, those are the key factors in how the moon gets its phases, without going into anything too specific. I'm sure that I have some links down below that explain, like, academically, mathematically, and scientifically, like, how the moon phases are actually done and whatnot. Just for the purpose of this video, the sun, the rotation around the sun, and the rotation around the Earth, those are the things that you really need to know that solve the whole phases of the moon.
And I made some visual aids to make this easier for you to understand. But let's start off by going to Google and typing in lunar day. And when we type in lunar day and we click on the Wikipedia link, we could skip over this top definition, and what I'm interested in is the
Yes, please. Let's just skip over the very first definition you come across. Let's go to the one that actually, it might fit your definition. Because the very first definition, the lunar day, just talks about the moon revolving around the Earth and how long it takes to revolve around the Earth.
Now, the alternative usage definition says, the term lunar day may also refer to the period between moon rises in a particular location on Earth. This period is typically slightly longer, 50 minutes, than a 24-hour Earth day, as the moon revolves around the Earth in the same direction as the Earth's axial rotation. Now, a lot of that is bullshit.
Ah, yes! Totally dismissing, like, most of it right out the gate is the best way. Like, if you wanted a conspiracy theorist, flat earther 101, how to flat earth kind of class, that would be lesson number 1 in it. Totally disregard all information that doesn't meet what you want it to say.
But what is important here is that it says one lunar day is 24 hours and 50 minutes. So if one solar day is 360 degrees, and we could round up to make this a little bit easier. If there are 24 hours in a day, that means the sun moves 15 degrees per hour.
Okay, so this would make sense, like, in reality, if he considers, like, the spherical Earth, the globe Earth rotates 360 degrees in a single 24-hour period. But, of course, he's working from a flat Earth perspective, obviously. So what he means by 360 degrees is basically 360 degrees on a flat Earth. Like, the Earth's not moving.
In the sky. One lunar day, which is one 360-degree circle of the moon above the flat Earth, divided by 24.83 hours, or 24 hours and 50 minutes, that's roughly 14.5 degrees per hour.
All right, just a reality check here. This is fuckered math, okay? It has no basis in reality. Like, I've tried to wrap my head around it, and I just can't. Like, I can't wrap my head around his math right here. Like, I get how he gets to the 14.5 degrees per hour, but, I mean, he skipped over that first definition, which describes a lunar day as it revolving around the Earth in a 24-hour period. Like, that is... But he's using lunar day to go between sun or moon rises. So that's going to vary. He's mixing and matching his shit right here.
So the sun moves 15 degrees per hour, but the moon is slightly slower. It only moves 14.5 degrees per hour. This means that the moon loses 1/2 degree on the sun per hour. So if you calculate that for 24 hours in one day, that means the moon loses 12 degrees on the sun per day. 12 degrees per day times 30 days, which is roughly one lunar cycle, that gives you your 360 degrees.
Okay, here's another point of fuckery. That, him averaging each month to be 30 days it doesn't work well with how the moon moves and how the sun's gonna move. Like, you're gonna eventually, like, this is so imprecise that you would eventually see a problem with where the moon is, like in the sky and all this other kind of shit, especially the sun. But what he's working off here is he's not accounting for like leap years. He's not accounting for months with 31 days in them. He's just saying that all months have 30 days, and that's just totally separated from reality.
It's this 12-degree loss per day that causes the phases of the moon.
Oh shit! It's the 12-degree loss, guys. It is not the rotation of the moon around the Earth and then the Earth's rotation around the sun. Fuck no! That is not it at all. Fuck you for thinking so.
Let's start off by taking a look at this image I've created. As you see, I've rotated the flat Earth map so that my longitude here in New Jersey is lined up with 180 degrees south, or noon, solar noon. Okay? Solar noon is subject to change. During daylight savings, it's pushed back an hour. And depending on your location and your time zone, it could be different. So we can go on timeanddate.com and look up solar noon times for Atlanta.
Okay, about this whole solar noon or whatnot. True, like the meridian of the sun in the sky changes each day, but also, for the most part, the sun is like directly overhead. It has that variance in there, and he's saying that the sun is in the southern hemisphere or in the southern part of the sky at that time of the year. But when the seasons change, the sun is actually at the other part of the sky. So his whole thing right here, like the sun's rotation would have to drastically change when the seasons change. Like either the sun would have to speed up, or maybe for some reason the sun, transports itself and replaces the moon on the other side or something. I don't fucking know. I don't know how he explains the seasons with where the sun is in the sky using this.
Atlantic City, New Jersey, which is pretty close to where I live. And it says that on October 27th, 2015, solar noon will be at roughly 12:42 p.m. So we can go back to my visual aid here. This is an image of solar noon at 12:42 p.m. for Atlantic City, New Jersey. The sun is directly south of my location. Now we could fast forward 12 hours, make the sun and moon rotate in the sky. And 12 hours later, we're going to reach what I call solar midnight. And at solar midnight on a full moon, the moon will be exactly 180 degrees south of you. That's because during a full moon, like tonight,
All right, so the technical term for what he's talking about is the moon's zenith, which is when the moon would be like at its apex, I guess, in our sky. Him making up terms, solar midnight, just goes to show that these people are really just looking to reinvent shit to make it their own. And of course, they have to use these dumbass terms like solar midnight. Like, seriously, solar midnight. That's a lot like saying honest Catholic priest.
The sun and moon are exactly 180 degrees opposite each other. But what happens is if you were to take a look at the moon tomorrow night at the exact same time at 12:42 a.m., the moon's not going to be in the same spot. The moon is going to have lost 12 degrees over the course of that day. So now the moon is going to be here at 12:42. It's lost 12 degrees. The next day, on the 29th, the moon will be here at 12:42 a.m.
Oh, fuck.
And then,
oh, fuck. You see, it's getting closer to the sun, guys.
and here, and then here, and then here, and then here, and so on and so forth.
Okay, one thing I don't get here is, like, as the moon gets closer to the sun, the moon starts to disappear. Now, I don't understand this, because if you think about it, if you're shining a light down a dark hallway, and you got a creepy motherfucker down there, he's not going to be more illuminated at the end of the hallway than he is, like, standing right in front of you. Like, as you get closer to the light source, you become more illuminated because more of the light is hitting you. That's not the case in his little example here. The moon is getting, like, darker as it gets closer to the sun. That doesn't make fucking sense. Like, at all. I don't know how he explains this, but like, this is just a dumb idea.
And the moon will continue to lose 12 degrees per day.
Until it's completely destroyed and swallowed by the sun.
When this happens...
Oh shit, it reconstituted itself, and now it's doing the exact reverse, and this is how we get the moon phases. Of course! I forgot about the reconstructive nature of the goddamn sun. Seriously, where in the fuck did the moon go when it merged with the sun? Like, did it go to some other dimension? Is it below the sun? Is it above the sun? Where the fuck is it?
This causes the lunar phases. The lit side of the moon always faces the sun.
And of course, with the moon on the complete other side of the sun, it's going to be way more illuminated. Because apparently that's how light works, that's how the sun works, and also it's a flat earth map. Like, even in a flat earth sense, this doesn't make sense. I just realized this guy is too dumb even for flat earth people.
Lower than the sun, it loses 12 degrees per day. And the change in the moon's positioning in the sky relative to the sun causes the lunar phases. Now, technically, the 100% full moon in Atlantic City was on October 27th at 8:05 a.m.
Yeah, you can see the moon during the day, and apparently on that particular thing for Atlantic City, the full moon was at 8:05 a.m. Now, the reason why you can see the moon during the day depends on the rotation of the moon, as well as the rotation of the Earth and everything like that, seasons. There's a lot of factors that go into it, but basically, like, the moon isn't set on, like, sunrise and sunset. Like, it's not like, oh, the sun sets and therefore the moon rises. Like, that's not how it happens. It depends on the rotation of the moon. Like, the moon doesn't give a fuck about the sun other than the fact that, it reflects light from the sun. So it depends on, like, how much light is being reflected off the moon that you can see the moon during the day. Normally it occurs before a full moon and after a full moon that you can see it during the day. And it all has to depend on the rotation of the moon around the Earth and the Earth's rotation around the sun.
And this is what that would look like on the flat Earth. I've set up my flat Earth map to be a 24-hour clock, and I've positioned my sun at 8:05 a.m.
All right. Who wants to take bets that he has a flat Earth clock on his wall?
And I've positioned my full moon exactly 180 degrees opposite of the sun.
Because that's how shit works, right, guys? The moon is always 180 degrees opposite of the sun. Well, I guess on a flat Earth it would be. But fuck physics, am I right, guys?
So this is where the moon was in the sky when it was 100% full.
Okay, so when it's 100% full, the moon is actually closer to Australia at that point. All right, so the time matches Australia for the moon to be over there. Let's just say for shits and giggles that yes, the moon would be over there near Australia. Australians, it would be middle of the night. The moon would be up, right? Apparently, it would be a full moon. But anyways, so it's 8:00 a.m. in New Jersey, but then it would be 3 p.m. in West Africa. Now, if you guys can't tell, it looks like in West Africa it's straight up noon right now. Like that doesn't make any sense. You got 3 p.m. over here with the moon, with the sun straight up in the sky at 3 p.m., which doesn't match observation. Then you got the moon over there in Australia. Like, you see how fuckered the math is on this. Like, there's no way that this can ever be reality because that's just not how the sun works. Like, that's not how any of this works.
Now, the positions of the sun and moon relative to each other in the sky causes the lunar phases, but this does not cause the lunar eclipse that we saw last month. The sun and the moon were in the exact same positions relative to each other that they are during every single full moon. Okay? Nothing.
All right, so I don't know how he explains the red moon with flat Earth theory. I don't understand how he would justify that. But the actual thing about the red moon is that the light from the sun passes through the atmosphere of the Earth and reflects off of particles in our atmosphere and causes the moon to be red. That's how that happens. I'm not exactly sure where the fuck he's going with it.
Different happened last month during the lunar eclipse. The only logical explanation that I could...
Oh shit, he's bringing logic into this, guys. Hold on to your butts.
...is that last month, a third celestial body came down and crossed over the North Pole.
Holy fuck, he just proved aliens, guys. What the fuck is this? Can you imagine? Aliens. Who would have known that the North Pole on the Earth was going to be the resort for aliens? Like, that's the #1 tourist spot for fucking aliens. No, it's not Nome, Alaska, where they love to abduct people and, probe their butts. Or, otherwheres on the planet. No. It's the fucking North Pole. That's where they like to park their ship. Or it's a Death Star. Either one. But apparently, that's what caused the lunar eclipse.
And having this third orb in between the sun and the moon causes the lunar eclipse. So this month, the 100% full moon was at 8:05 a.m. But last month, the full moon was at 10:50 p.m., which here in Atlantic City was the exact time of the lunar eclipse. 10:50 p.m. was the exact middle of it. So that's the moon in a nutshell. I've been studying it for the last few months, for about 4 or 5 lunar phases now. I've been observing and studying the moon. I think I've got it down to a science.
He's got it to a science. You mean other than astrophysics and astronomy and all those other actual sciences that have already studied the moon and can perfectly predict when lunar eclipses happen? You have your shitty equation here that you've studied for 4 fucking moon phases, and apparently you just know all the shit about the moon, don't you? I'm wondering, in your eyes there, StinkyCASH, exactly how big is the yolk inside the moon? Because we all know that shit's an egg. It's an egg up there. Fucking Doctor Who proved that it's an egg, and it's going to be a creature that comes down and fucks all of us, kind of like Cloverfield. That's the Cloverfield monster up there in the moon. That's all that is. Fucking Cloverfield. I fucking knew it.
And I believe that this is exactly what happens in the sky. The sun and the moon are creations and they work in tandem with each other, and it is a work of art. It
is a work of art. How dare you shit on a work of art? They're not creations. Like, I guess in the natural sense they are creations. I mean, the sun is pretty amazing in how it produces energy and light, all that kind of shit. The moon is equally amazing in the fact that it's there. But there's no reason to be like, they work in tandem and they rotate in the sky, and that's how that shit works. I've narrowed it down to a science because I've been studying it, out of my apartment, trailer. I've been studying it there, been looking up at the moon through my non-NASA engineered telescope. I made it out of a few beer bottles.
Absolutely perfect the way this works. The sun is the hour hand on a 24-hour clock. It gives us our days. It gives us our seasons. And the moon keeps...
No, the sun doesn't give us, our seasons. I guess in the sense that, when the Earth rotates around the sun, it gives us our seasons because of how the sun's rays are displaced on the Earth, and how when it rotates around on the other side of the sun, it gets colder because we're farther away from the sun and all that kind of stuff. I guess maybe that's it. I'd love to know how he explains seasons on a flat Earth. I don't understand the whole seasons bit. I don't know if it tilts or something or what. Because I really don't understand seasons on a flat Earth.
Track of the months. The months. We're 30 days, 1 month, 1 lunar cycle.
That's not how reality works, though, there, StinkyCASH. I really wish you would pull some of that StinkyCASH out your ass and get an education.
So that's all I got for you today. I hope this video wasn't...
What the fuck is this? You got a dog on the moon pissing on it to suggest that he's pissing on the idea that the moon landing happened and that the Earth is a globe. What the fuck? This is so goddamn ridiculous. This entire video has literally been him forcing reality to fit in the mold that he thinks it should be in. I can't explain it any other way than that it's just purely forcing a square block into a round fucking hole.
Informative. I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments of this video.
All right there, StinkyCASH. Can I deposit $100 into your asshole? I'm just kind of curious because, that seems to be what you're gearing at here. Or 100 likes, maybe. 100 likes. I'd do 100 likes. If I could do 100 likes in your asshole, buddy, I would. Anyways, guys, I appreciate you joining me today to look at this video and how ridiculous it is. Don't forget to leave your comments down below. I would love to hear all of what you guys think about this ridiculous fucking video. Don't forget to like if you liked it. If you're a flat earther and you hated it, definitely use that dislike button. It's engagement. So I don't give a fuck. Don't forget to subscribe if you like this kind of crazy ass content. Don't forget, guys, to stand up and use your voice. I'll see y'all later.